Good morning. Europe continues this evening. Let's have a look at yesterday to see if we missed any potential trades. And it continues. The big names who don't need to win are still putting in a good performance. We're talking Manchester City and Leipzig, and indeed Barcelona coming from behind to equalise. So my rule about ignoring dead rubber matches through discipline is losing us a bit of cash. Real Madrid profited very well against Union Saint-Gilloise. Didn't need to win. But it might just be the fact that these sides are just too good against their opponent. If I was a manager, for example, of these big names, I would certainly be resting a vast majority of players when we've got nothing to play for. But Manchester City coming to win, Leipzig winning, Barcelona coming from behind to get a 2-2, albeit they lost late on. So we might want to factor in dead rubbers this evening, but we need extenuating circumstances. And in all of these cases, these sides who don't need to win have really posted some excellent shots on and off target stats. That might be the catalyst for any involvement this evening. Of those matches with need, well, Newcastle did score first, but alas, AC Milan got 2 goals in the second half to dash their hopes. Dortmund and PSG, we laid the draw second half, but the problem is Dortmund scored first. The draw flatlined, basically. It went to a low of 3.5. So you could have got a marginal gain out of it, but the market was expecting an equaliser for PSG. We did get involved here, looking for a PSG equaliser, and that came to fruition. Must win for PSG. Elsewhere, not much else in the Champions League yesterday, and in the English Championship. QPR, very disappointing. Red card. You could have laid the draw second half and expected QPR, whose stats were just emphatic. And they're 3 consecutive wins. What I would do with red carded sides laying the draw, possibility, this is an option for you, is to use a specialist staking plan which allows mild loss retrieval season long. So any losses you've got currently are just put to one side, and we're on a run of 3 consecutive laying the draws in red carded matches not coming in. I'm sure that stat will change, but I would encourage use of the lay 1 to 4 staking plan, and I'll just save this one. It works a treat for standard draws second half, where you can triple your betting bank as occurred last season. So do please look into it, and do contact me if you want more information about the lay 1 to 4 staking plan. You don't have to buy any specialist kit. It's a very simple staking plan, but it's very effective. If you've got a decent lay strategy that you're confident will continue and reward you over time, it's great because you get your losses back eventually. On to today, and it's all down to permutations. Europa League group stage permutations. You'll see this wasn't available to me yesterday. It's been updated today. Europa League permutations website. It's excellent. This will take you through exactly all you need to know. Let's go group by group. Group A, West Ham confirmed in the top 2. If they avoid defeat by Freiburg, they'll finish top. Do they need to? That's the question. It's not a must-win, is it? They're playing each other. Arguably a dead rubber. West Ham will only need a draw. Olympiacos cannot finish in the top 2. Enter Europa Conference League playoffs if they avoid defeat. Is that enough motivation? Group B, Marseille confirmed in the top 2 and Brighton. So again, this is a squabble for a top 2 place. Marseille only need a draw to confirm first place. And it's the same story with AEK Athens and Ajax. Are they up for the finishing in the top 3? Group C, Betis will finish in the top 2 if they avoid defeat by Rangers. So this is all to play for. Wide open, Group C. Focus on this one. Betis, Rangers and Sparta Prague still have unfinished business. So every match in Group C is a must-win, apart from Aris Limassol, who seem to be out of it, particularly with the goal difference negative to Sparta Prague. Group C is more like it, isn't it? Group D, Sturm Graz cannot capture the top 2. Sporting, well, Atalanta group winners, so this is a dead rubber. Okay. Sporting Lisbon, unless Sturm Graz and Rakow want to fight out for that third place in Europa Conference League. That's the only motivating factor in Group D. In Group E, Liverpool confirmed as group winners, so I'd expect them to be playing the cast of Brookside tonight, i.e. let's rest some of the stars, get some of the peripheral players out and see what we can do. Toulouse still got a squabble with Union Saint-Gilloise. Union Saint-Gilloise can catch Toulouse, I believe. Can only reach the round-off playoffs as group runners-up if they beat Liverpool. Union Saint-Gilloise, Toulouse lose to Lask Linz. So enough motivation for for Union Saint-Gilloise, certainly, and Toulouse. So plenty to play for in Group E. This is what we're after, motivation. Rennes will finish in the top 2. Again, it's a squabble for a top 2 place. And again, Panathinaikos and Maccabi Haifa, it's a squabble for who's going to finish in the Conference League. Group G, done and dusted, Slavia Prague and Roma. And again, Slavia Prague only need a draw. I think. No. Because if they needed a draw, that would be 13. And if Roma win, that would be 13. With slightly better goal difference for Slavia Prague. They will finish top 2. That's the safety net these teams have if they don't perform on the night. Roma will finish in the top 2. They'll reach the round of 16 as group winners if they beat Sheriff. Slavia lose to Servette. Roma, very strong favourite today. Looks like Servette have guaranteed third place. So Servette and Sheriff is a dead rubber. Group H, Leverkusen confirmed. So if I was Xavi Alonso, I would be resting some of these players with the job already done. But they haven't tended to do that. I saw Real Madrid put out an extremely strong side in the Champions League, but they had nothing to play for. Karabag and Molde have everything to play for. Second spot. So plenty in Group H this evening. Using the Conference League, again, there's an excellent website taking you through the permutations in the Europa Conference League. So Group A, Lille confirmed top 2. Slovan Bratislava confirmed top 2. And again, it's a typical story, isn't it? It's a squabble for first place between Lille and Slovan Bratislava. There is no other option or any incentive for any side finishing third in this group, apart from, I suppose, prize money. Group B, it's done and dusted. Ghent and Maccabi Haifa, the only thing. Maccabi Tel Aviv, my apologies. Again, first place is the only squabble there. Poulsen are guaranteed as group winners, so they're going to be totally unmotivated this evening. But it's all to play for. Group C, Dinamo Zagreb, Astana and Balkani. The winner here, Dinamo Zagreb, in the hot seat. To get 3 points, they can't be caught. But Astana and Balkani, plenty to play for. So Poulsen, Astana are going to hope that Poulsen are just under par this evening. Group C, worth looking at. Group D, it's already guaranteed Club Brugge and Bodo Glimt. Can Bodo Glimt catch? Let's see. Well, it's all about goal difference here. Club Brugge will reach the round of group winners if they avoid defeat by a margin of 2 goals or more against Bodo Glimt. Group E, Aston Villa will finish top 2. Could still be caught. Reach a round of 16 as group winners if they avoid defeat by Zrinski or if Legia do not beat AZ Alkmaar. Again, you've got that safety net, but Legia don't have that safety net, or do they? They've got goal difference potential here. Legia will finish top 2 if they avoid defeat. Simple as that. They're at home to AZ Alkmaar this evening. AZ Alkmaar will reach the knockout playoffs as runners-up if they beat Legia. So that's a match to focus on at 5:45 UK time. Legia and AZ Alkmaar. That's definitely plenty to play for, isn't it? Group F, Fiorentina and Ferencvaros. Fiorentina guaranteed top 2. Ferencvaros will finish top 2 if they avoid defeat by Fiorentina. So they've got to hope that Fiorentina are not up for it today. But again, it's a motivating factor about first place. Genk will reach the knockout playoffs as group runners-up if they beat Kukariki. And that's another 5:45. So we got some good 5:45 kickoffs today. They beat Kukariki and Ferencvaros lose to Fiorentina, which is a possible. But Fiorentina are away from home, maybe lacking a bit of motivation. Group G, PAOK have had an excellent campaign. Group winners, So watch out for their match against HJK Helsinki, who really have nothing to play for. So that's a dead rubber at 5.45. Aberdeen, Frankfurt confirmed in the knockout round playoffs as runners-up. So there's nothing left to play for. So please avoid Group G. Caveat, unless the in-play stats are emphatic. Because we've seen dead rubbers performing. But we don't have any of those elite teams. Well, I'm talking about Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, not needing anything to play for, but still giving a performance. We don't see any side of that ilk here. Unless you count Frankfurt, who just scored 5 against Bayern Munich. Group H, Nordland, Ludogorets, Fenerbahce, all to play for. 10 points, 9 points, 9 points. That's plenty to get stuck into this evening in Group H. And that's it. There are probably not many other matches of importance this evening. I've starred the matches already of greater significance. But I think it's a coupon this evening with the prize money as well that could keep these sides honest until the death. Please do read the previews available. There was an excellent preview yesterday, a hot stat for one of the sides from Belgium who tend to score, Antwerp tend to score in the first half at home. Indeed, they scored the first goal yesterday against Barcelona. So I'll just show you these hot stats at the base here. They are excellent. There was one with Liverpool. They're really poor away record against newly promoted sides in the Premier League. And they drew with Luton. So here's what I'm talking about. Hot streak or hot stat. Sheriff's last 5 away matches have all produced 3+ goals. So that's excellent. But that's in all competitions, of course. So I would recommend a quick read of the hot stat at the base at soccer24.com. Again, here we go. All but one of Leverkusen's 22 competitive games this season has featured goals in both halves. That's a really strong pattern, isn't it? Predominantly in the Bundesliga for Bayer Leverkusen. So that's something for you to think about this evening as well. So go through. And if you wanted an alternative perspective on tonight's matches, but for me, it's all about reacting to what's happening in play and making sure that these sides have enough motivation. Again, uk.soccerway.com has its own write-up, which is different from Soccer24. And these are extremely good write-ups, considering they're free. So do please have a read if you fancy it. If you want a more in-depth look, I'm not going to go this in depth because I'm a reactive trader. Freiburg have kept clean sheet in the last 3 matches, so that's a good stat. They got that win at the weekend, didn't they, away from home. Exactly 5 goals in 3 out of 5 Freiburg UEFA Conference League games this season. Exactly 5 goals. So you might want to look at over 4.5 goals. You might want to look at odds or evens goals. Backing odd. Yeah, be creative. But again, these are in, well, this is pertinent because it's pertinent to the Europa League only. But I would be a little cautious that I was talking about the last 3 matches because we're talking Bundesliga and we're talking Europa League. I'm going to be making a decision soon about the Mighty Network site because there's an awful lot of duplication of work that I'm doing, and this is costing. This is expensive to run. It's an excellent website. I hope you're finding it beneficial. I would love your feedback on Footballtradingprofits.club. But if we are to continue this into 2024, we will need to find some way to cover the cost because it's coming out of my own pocket at the moment. And it's an expensive website. So we'll have a think about this. I'd love your feedback on Footballtradingprofits.club. What would you like to see here? How could it be presented to you to engage you a bit more? How, like conversation, a real community. Maybe we need a consistent chat feed, perhaps, that you can jump on and get stuck in. Because at the moment, it's costing a lot. And everything I'm putting on here is available elsewhere. For example, the research is available at footballtradingprofits.com. Newly promoted, newly relegated teams, we can find a home for that at footballtradingprofits.com. Indeed, the similar story with the deep dive spreadsheets. Live chat webinar we can do straight through Zoom rather than going through this website, etc. So for me, It's too expensive at the moment unless I increase the subscriptions, and I don't want to do that. So I'd love your feedback. I'm going to make a decision new year about this. Might revert back to Footballtradingprofits.com and really just cut costs at my end to make sure that you're getting, you will still receive the excellent content that you're used to, but we'll save a bit of money each month on the subscription cost for this website. So something for me to think about, and I'd love your feedback on it. I know one or two of you, like John H. and a few others, do engage like this. Remember, John H. is the one who came up with both teams to score no. So excellent contributions like that can actually make you some really good money. There's a stroke of genius from John H. there. Both teams to score no has proven itself to be an effective hedging tool. So it's people like, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for in a community like this. And for example, we've got the excellent work of Paul Dunwoody here, newly promoted and newly relegated teams. That's the kind of community we're looking at. Brilliant stuff. And we've got some other excellent contributions from Stephen Francis, for example, who's provided a list of new managers since September. We know the importance of new managers. Forgive the crudeness, but it's the information that's key, isn't it? And there's a lot of new managers' side. The thing with new managers is they can instill completely new tactics, and you can get different new patterns. As you can see with Wolves manager, had a both teams to score angle, and at least they're scoring every single match as well under the new manager. So there's something you can go to war with. Everton, well, not necessarily new manager, but new circumstance. The 10-point gap has produced 4 consecutive both teams to score no matches, 3 consecutive wins to nil for Everton, and then Everton tended to score first and have a 0-0 at half time. So really strong patterns. I look forward to your feedback. I will see you throughout the day, 5:45 p.m. And there's plenty to play for this evening. I do hope I can get a trade or two and a profit or two for you this evening. Have a great day.